some damage. Alrighty, so as I was pulling it in, oh, it's not doing it. This started blinking. That means it threw a code. There it goes. We need to get some live readings on this. I'm going to show you how you do that. All right, guys. This is my Bluetooth scanner down here. We've used this in the past. These are really. I'll do a separate video on this one of these days. But here's my Bluetooth scanner. Okay, stick it in. Go ahead and pull up our torque app. All right, so here's our onboard diagnostic tool. This is basically like a $1,500, in my opinion. What you can do with this app is like buying a $1,500 to $2,000 scanner that Ford uses. So it will tell you everything. We just got to get it to link up here. All right, no revs.
Caution, icy conditions.
So it's telling me caution, icy conditions, because it's cold out. Fault codes. Let's see what we got here. Output speed sensor circuit, a PO720. It's the first thing that popped up. So that one popped up the other day too. We'll get into this. Let's go ahead and flush the transmission first. And I'm gonna back this out. I'm gonna warm it. I think the best thing to do is actually warm this fluid up a little bit before we drain it, because it's super cold. So I'm going to warm up the transmission. I'm not going to go drive it. I'm just going to back it up and let it idle for a few minutes and warm up the fluids. And then we'll drain the transmission. Alright, guys. So if you're going to do this, I don't know what size that drain plug is going to be. But you're going to need, I've got a 5-gallon recovery pan down here. And I've warmed up my transmission to the touch. Just idling it out in the driveway. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this. And then after you drain this, you're going to have to get in here to change the filter. We'll go through this today. But let's start with the draining the fluid. It's a 13 on mine. First wrench I grabbed out of my hand. Now I called the transmission shop guys, told them what was going on with this thing, and they told me not to do what I'm doing. They told me not to drain the fluid and change it, but oh my gosh, it's black. Oh man. I don't know if you can see that on my fingers. It doesn't smell very good. I think better fluid's gonna make it better. We'll see. Let's let that drain. And I'll be back in a second. Alrighty guys. It's almost done draining here. I'm going to slide this over. This is a 10mm for the transmission pan bolts. We're going to go ahead and zip them out with the DeWalt impactor. Just bump the trigger. We're not going to put them back in and rattle it down this way. We'll probably get them close and then we'll finish up with a ratchet so we don't break a head off. But I'm going to take everything off except for 4 bolts at the moment to hold it up there. Basically the 4 corners. Alright guys, I'm going to turn the camera off and literally let the rest of this schmooey drain out. I'd rather have it in the pan than on my floor. I just found something interesting over here. Leave it in the comments down below what the heck that does. I know it's got something to do. I'm getting that speed sensor code. I'm wondering if that has something to do with it if we unplug the trans command. All right, let's make a mess. Let's make a mess. Oh, yep. The stench coming out of this transmission, guys, is bad. Okay. Coming down. There's the money shot. Well, the good news is the bottom of the pan don't look bad, guys. We'll get it out. Get it on the workbench. Alright guys, just kind of got a rag here to show you how dark the fluid is. The magnet does have a lot of schmooey on it. Unfortunately. There's lots of metal on that magnet. You want to get that cleaned as best you can. So let me clean this pan, get that filter swapped out of her. Alrighty guys, so it looks pretty dang good. I might go over it one more time, but I like it. I'm gonna go pull the filter next. I gotta go out to the dually and get the filter and get the fluid in here. And we'll get back underneath the truck. Oh, yum! It wouldn't be a Central Oregon Shenanigans episode without a good mess. Alright guys, I've got a Wix filter here for you, 58968, going back in, and I'm going to use, it comes with a new, it just pushes right in there, like that. See how easy that was? It just pops right into place, no tools necessary on that guy. That's what the box looks like, and with a new gasket. I'm not using that gasket. The one that's on there is a reusable one already, and I like it better. So I'm just not using that one. Don't yell at me. I'm gonna go ahead and get this ready to go back in. Just gonna put one bolt in, just a couple spins, 8 or 9 spins on this corner. I'm gonna do the same back here in the back. Just notice my oh no, it's not a gasket. There's a ground on this transmission, which is different. So I'm gonna put all these in, just using my fingers, and then go back with the rattle gun, just very ever so lightly, zipping them in, and then I'll finish off with a wrench. You can take this plug out right here, and all depends on your truck. You can bump the starter around, and if you can find a plug on the torque converter, on the bottom of it, this is your torque converter right here. If you can find a plug in it, you can drain it. I am deciding to, I talked to the transmission place. They said to not even do what I'm doing. They said leave some material, leave that material. It needs the material in the fluid if it's this far gone. But I don't know if this transmission's gone. I'm actually gonna think about this for a minute. I'm gonna bump the starter and see if I can't see a plug in here, guys. I'll be right back. Well, I'm SOL. I don't have a plug in mine. So do this at your own risk and be very careful and put your truck in park. Make sure it's in park and make sure your emergency brake's on. Take a flat blade and you just jump the and that will turn your engine over, and you can look for that plug, and then you can just kind of bump, 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 bump. This is hard on your starter, I know, but that's the easiest way I know to get your plug, to see if you've got a plug here. So with that being said, the only other way to get this torque converter flushed out is to take it to a shop and have them do a power flush on it. We're not doing that. So let's fill this thing back up. Alrighty guys, so I'm just kind of gauging. You can take the fluid that you've taken out and pour it into containers now and kind of get an estimate. Well, it'd be really close actually on what you took out of the transmission minus what you've wiped out of the pan and spilt on the floor. So I would start with that. Back your vehicle out. If you're in a shop, you don't want to start it and idle in here. Carbon monoxide poisoning. But back your vehicle out and let it warm up. Get it to that cold range. Make sure it's on the stick. Go for a drive. Come back. Check it once it warms up. And you got yourself a service. So let's do that. Oh wow. So I just noticed a problem. Look at this. My transmission check stick tube That's gonna be fun to try to fill that. I'm gonna have to make something. Oh, I didn't think that one through. I need a bendy one. I'm gonna have to find something different. I'll be right back, guys. I've concocted this. Got the rubber hot. I stuffed that end in there. Melted this to go over this. And now we've got a fill system. I'm guessing I took out, I'm gonna start with 4 quarts and then we're gonna go from there. This is gonna be a long process. And it's already leaking out of my, oh man. Let me get some towels. That's stupid. I've never seen one like this before. I used to have an adapter for the Excursion or Expedition, 4BT Expedition I built. That because it had a stupid fill. I sent that with the Expedition though. Haha! Victory is mine. Alright, and then so it doesn't, I think it's gonna flop around too much. We already got 1 quart in there. Alright, I'm gonna go check, make sure we have no leaks. Okay, no leaks. A couple quarts in there. We're gonna continue. So it says 17 quarts is what this transmission holds, guys, and it's only gonna drain half. So 8.5 quarts is what I should have drained out of here. So I'm thinking what we're gonna do is we're gonna get these 4. Let's put 6 in and start it. If it's a couple quarts low, that's not gonna hurt anything. I'm just using O'Reilly's premium automatic transmission fluid. It is Dextron 3 or Mercon fluid so it'll take place of Mercon as well. So I looked it up. You can use Dextron 3 in these transmissions. All right, down the hatch. There's 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 in there. I need to go out to my truck and get a couple more. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the garage door, and I'm going to fire this girl up. Alright guys, I'm gonna go eat lunch and there's a lot of excess fluid in the tube. This happens, it's hard to get a reading. It's going in and out of reverse and drive a lot faster than it was before the flush or service. We didn't do a flush, we just did a service. I'm gonna let this drain, and then we're going to start it up, idle it again, reverse drive, and then we're gonna have to top it up. I can tell on the stick I think it's gonna be low, but I'm gonna go eat some lunch and we'll come back to this project. Alrighty, we're gonna go for a drive. I've got the fluid level up onto the checkered part. Shifting through the gears seems, getting into reverse seems more responsive, and into drive is more responsive. The fluid looks way better. It's not perfect. Oh, much better in the first to second. Oh man, what a difference. Much firmer. Looks like we got a fire out in the distance. That ain't good. No flashy from the light on the overdrive light telling me that there's throwing a code. Oh. There's forest. I don't know if you guys can see that off in the distance. I can't zoom with this GoPro. Well, this is where I live, guys. This is where I've moved out to. This is a beautiful canyon down in here. This is a golf course we're looking down into. Yeah, guys, I don't know what that is. It's right on the, so Highway 97 is right out here on the other side of this canyon. I don't know what that is. It looks like white smoke, so it's the forest over there burning. There's a big patch of junipers over there. That's not good. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. I do believe we've had 100% success here. Just need to flush. Or a service, not a flush. Like I said at the beginning of the video, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and we'll catch you next time here on Central Oregon Shenanigans. I'm gonna go back to work. I gotta go pick up some air movers. figure out where all this smoke's coming from. It's getting worse. Bye, guys. See you here.